Why has the pixie cut, a style once seen as rebellious, become a symbol of elegance and power for modern women? That's the question I want to dive into with you today. Because in 2025, the pixie cut isn't just for young women looking to experiment with their look. It's becoming one of the strongest style statements for women in their 40s, 50s, and even 60s and beyond. Have you ever thought about how a simple short cut can completely change the way people see you? And even more importantly, change the way you see yourself? The pixie cut isn't just a haircut. It's a statement. It's a way of saying, I don't need long hair to prove my femininity, asterisk. I can be bold, confident, and elegant on my own terms. So let me ask you, are you curious about how the pixie manages to be edgy and sophisticated at the same time, and why it works so beautifully at every age? If you are, let's take a closer look at the story behind this iconic style. The pixie cut isn't just a short haircut. It's a symbol of change, of modern style, and of the freedom women have fought for over decades. Think back for a moment. Audrey Hepburn in Roman Holiday in 1953, with that fresh, short pixie. She turned the world upside down with elegance and simplicity. In the 60s, Twiggy, the teenage fashion icon with those big eyes and her pixie cut, made the look a global statement of youth and rebellion. Later came Sharon Stone in the 90s with her unforgettable, sexy pixie, and then Charlize Theron gracing red carpets with a platinum pixie that screamed power and sophistication. So let me ask you, if these women dared to step outside the box, why shouldn't we, as women in our 40s, 50s, or even 60s, give it a try too? Here's something interesting. According to a 2023 survey by Allure Asterisk, nearly 48% of women over 50 said that going short made them feel younger and more confident. And almost 30% of them named the pixie cut as their favorite style, because it's easy to maintain, versatile, and instantly brightens the face. I'll be honest with you, when I first cut my hair into a pixie, I was already past 50 and I was nervous. I worried my friends would say I was being too bold, or that my grandkids wouldn't recognize me with such short hair. But within days, I got so many compliments. You look 10 years younger, so chic, so modern and polished. That was the moment I realized, the pixie doesn't just change your look. It changes the way people see you. But why is the pixie tied so closely to women's empowerment? For centuries, long hair was seen as a marker of femininity, a standard society forced on us. When women chose to cut their hair short, especially into a pixie, it was like saying, asterisk, I don't need to follow your rules to be beautiful. I define beauty my way, asterisk. That's why the pixie became a powerful symbol, confidence, independence, and personal identity. Now let's talk about where the pixie is headed in 2025. This isn't just the classic cropped pixie anymore. It's evolving. The platinum blonde pixie is exploding in popularity. It's sleek, chic, and brightens up your entire look. The soft undercut pixie blends edginess with femininity, giving you just enough attitude without being too harsh. And the layered pixie with volume? That's for the woman who wants movement, romance, and softness. Picture this: a woman in her 60s, rocking a platinum pixie with a crisp white blouse. Doesn't she look like she could step right out of a street-style photo in Paris? So let me ask you, would you be willing to try a new pixie this year? Would you go blonde for impact, undercut for edge, or layered for grace? I'd love to hear your thoughts, because your story might just inspire another woman watching this to take that leap. And this brings us to something really exciting: the art of personalizing the pixie cut to fit your face shape, your lifestyle, and your personality. Because the pixie isn't a one-size-fits-all style. It's a canvas. And how you wear it, that's where the magic really begins. The pixie cut is never a one-style-fits-all look. It really has to be personalized to your face shape, your hair texture, and even your lifestyle. When I work with clients, I always go back to what I call the face, fiber, flow method. Face is about your face shape, fiber is the texture of your hair, and flow is the rhythm of your daily life. For a round face, an asymmetrical pixie, shorter on one side, longer on the other, instantly lengthens the face and takes away that heavy look. For a square face, I love adding soft layers and a little volume in the bangs to smooth out those sharp angles. For a long face, side swept or straight bangs on a pixie help shorten the appearance and bring balance. And if you're lucky enough to have an oval face, you can truly play with it all: classic pixies, edgy undercuts, or even a bold platinum blonde. I remember one of my clients, a woman in her early 50s with a round face, who was terrified that short hair would only make her face look bigger. After weeks of talking, she agreed to try an asymmetrical pixie with a warm chestnut brown color. The moment she stepped out of the salon, she actually teared up, because for the first time in years, her face looked slimmer, lighter, and she swore she looked at least 7 years younger. And she's not alone. A 2022 study by the American Institute of Hair and Beauty found that 65% of women over 45 said choosing a haircut personalized to their features boosted their confidence in everyday life. That number tells us something important. A pixie isn't just short hair. It's like clothing for your face, tailored to highlight your best features. Let me ask you this. Have you ever wondered which pixie would flatter your face the most? If your hair is fine, would you go with a layered pixie to add fullness, or keep it cropped close for easy care? If your lifestyle is busy, juggling work, travel, and family, wouldn't it be amazing to have a haircut that takes 5 minutes in the morning and still looks polished at the office? The truth is, every choice should reflect you asterisk, not just a passing trend. Speaking for myself, when I was in my 50s, I worried a pixie would make me look too severe. But when I finally tried one with a longer, side-swept fringe, I was shocked. I didn't look harder, I looked softer, lighter, and yes, younger. Sometimes a small change can uncover a whole new version of you. That's why I always tell women, the pixie can be tailor-made to match your personality. If you love sophistication, imagine a blonde pixie with pearl earrings, elegant and timeless at any event. If you want playful energy, go for a tousled pixie with balayage highlights that catches the light with every move. If you're bold and strong, the undercut pixie says it all without a single word. From choosing the cut by face shape, to customizing with color, layers, and lifestyle, the pixie proves one simple truth. It's not a standard cut, it's a foundation for creativity and self-expression. And once you really understand that, it's easy to move into the next part. Why the pixie has become one of the most powerful, anti-aging secrets, helping women look a decade younger without a single trip to the surgeon's office. The pixie cut has long been one of the best-kept secrets for looking younger, without ever stepping foot in a plastic surgeon's office. The reason is simple. A pixie shows off your cheekbones, defines your jawline, and brings clarity to your facial structure. Long hair can sometimes drag the face down, making it appear heavy or tired, but a pixie instantly lifts everything, giving you a lighter, fresher look. And here's the magic: add the right cut and a brighter color, and suddenly your skin tone looks more radiant too. Let me share a story that still gives me goosebumps. I once worked with a woman in her early 60s. She had worn long, heavy, dark hair for decades. When she walked into the salon, she carried herself like someone weighed down, not just by her hair but by the years. After a long talk, she agreed to try a blonde pixie. The transformation was jaw-dropping. She looked at least 10 years younger, her eyes sparkled, her face lit up, and even the way she moved seemed more confident. That's when I knew for sure, hair has the power to change not just how you look, but how you feel. And the numbers back this up. According to a 2022 report from the American Association of Aesthetics, 52% of women over 55 said that cutting their hair shorter gave them a stronger sense of youth and renewal than any cosmetic procedure they'd tried. Even more striking, 68% said they received more compliments immediately after switching to a short haircut, especially a pixie. So let me ask you, have you ever cut your hair shorter and been surprised at how much younger people thought you looked? I'll be honest, I used to have the same fear many women do. I thought going short would make me look masculine, harsh, or too severe. But when I finally tried a pixie with a soft, side-swept fringe, I couldn't believe the difference. My face looked brighter, my features softer, and to my surprise, People told me I looked more modern, even elegant. The very thing I had been afraid of became my strength. What I love most is that the pixie isn't limited to one version. There's a soft, romantic pixie for women who want femininity, a blonde pixie that instantly brightens your skin, and an edgy undercut pixie for women who want to make a bold, confident statement. So, which one would you choose? Would you go for softness, brightness, or edge? And do you believe a haircut alone could make you look 5 to 10 years younger? That's the real beauty of the pixie cut. It isn't just a hairstyle, it's a natural, powerful way to rewind the clock. And now that we've explored how it transforms your look and energy, let's take it one step further. Let's talk about how pairing the pixie with the right wardrobe and lifestyle choices can elevate your style even more, making you not just look younger, but feel chic, confident, and unstoppable at any age. What I love most about the pixie cut is that it's not only easy to care for and style, but it's also incredibly versatile when it comes to fashion and lifestyle. With just a change of outfit, your pixie can transform you into completely different versions of yourself. Pair your pixie with a sharp blazer, and suddenly you've got that cosmopolitan, polished vibe you'd expect from women walking the streets of New York or Paris. Swap the blazer for a denim jacket, and instantly you look youthful, energetic, and full of life. Like you just stepped back into your 30s. And if you're craving high fashion impact, go for a platinum pixie with silver jewelry. It's chic, modern, and carries that New York street style edge. I remember being at Paris Fashion Week last year and spotting so many women in their 50s confidently rocking pixie cuts. They didn't need flashy gowns or over-the-top looks. With a simple trench coat, a pair of loafers, and their platinum pixies, they became the center of attention for street-style photographers. That moment proved something important. The pixie cut isn't about age. It's about how you style it and the confidence you bring to it. According to a 2023 Harper's Bazaar survey, 58% of women over 50 said that after cutting their hair into a pixie, getting dressed actually felt easier because everything looked more balanced and streamlined. So let me ask you, have you noticed that when your hair is light and simple, you suddenly feel more open to experimenting with your wardrobe? Have you ever realized that just switching from a cozy sweater to a tailored blazer can make your pixie feel like a brand new statement? Speaking from my own experience, in my 50s, I wore my pixie with a crisp white shirt and pearls. People told me I looked elegant and timeless. A few days later, I swapped the shirt for a denim jacket and sneakers, and suddenly I was being called vibrant and energetic. That's the magic of the pixie. It adapts, it transforms, and it allows you to express every side of yourself. And the best part? It doesn't require hours in front of the mirror. A little styling cream for lift, or a quick comb through for neatness, and you're ready to go. Wouldn't it be nice to spend just 5 minutes in the morning and still walk out the door looking polished and put together? That's why I call the pixie cut a style amplifier for modern women. It works with your fashion choices, enhances your personality, and makes everyday dressing so much easier. And once you see how the pixie elevates your outfits and lifestyle, the next question becomes clear. How do you care for it properly so it stays fresh, stylish, and youthful year after year? That's exactly what we're going to dive into next. One of the biggest reasons women love the pixie cut is because it's easy to brush, easy to style, and doesn't take hours to look polished. But here's the truth, if you want your pixie to stay sharp and chic, it does need its own kind of care, which is very different from long hair. The first rule is regular trims. A pixie should be refreshed every 4 to 6 weeks to keep its shape. If you wait too long, the hair starts to grow out unevenly and you lose the clean, tailored look that makes the pixie so special. Caring for short hair also means paying more attention to your scalp and the overall health of your hair, not just the ends like with long hair. A healthy scalp makes short hair shinier, smoother, and more vibrant. Do you take a few minutes to massage your scalp when you shampoo? It's such a small habit, but it improves circulation, keeps your hair growing strong, and makes your pixie look healthier overall. Looking ahead to 2025, color trends are giving pixies a fresh twist. Cool tones like ash blonde, icy silver, and soft, natural balayage are on the rise. These shades don't just look modern and chic, they brighten the skin and soften the signs of aging. According to a 2023 report by the Professional Beauty Association 41% of women over 40 are now choosing balayage because it's youthful, low maintenance, and doesn't require constant root touch-ups. Would you be open to trying a subtle balayage to see how much it lights up your face? I'll never forget one of my clients, a woman in her mid-40s, who has worn a pixie for more than 10 years. You might think she'd get bored, but not at all. Every time she changed her color, she became a completely new version of herself. A deep wine red pixie made her look glamorous and bold. A platinum pixie gave her a high fashion, runway vibe. And when she tried caramel balayage, her friends swore she looked 10 years younger. That's the beauty of the pixie, it evolves with you, and every small change feels like a total reinvention. So let me ask you, do you think it's time for your own refresh? Maybe it's a trim to sharpen the lines, or maybe it's a new color that makes your skin glow. Why not experiment? The pixie doesn't box you in, it opens up endless possibilities. And once you know how to care for and maintain your pixie the right way, you'll see that this haircut isn't just about looking younger. It becomes part of your lifestyle, something that grows with you, keeps you confident, and reflects your style at every stage of life. The pixie cut isn't just short hair, it's a statement of individuality, freedom, and confidence for modern women. You don't have to chase after youth like it's slipping away. With a pixie, you can step into the strongest, most elegant, and radiant version of yourself. Right here, right now. So why not take the leap? Try a pixie within the next 2 months. Capture your before and after, and share your experience. You might be surprised by how much it transforms not only your face, but your energy and self-confidence too. And remember, what we've covered today is just one piece of the puzzle. If you're truly serious about feeling confident, youthful, and beautiful, then the next video on *5 hair colors trending in 2025 that brighten your skin and make you look at least 7 years younger is something you absolutely can't miss. Because when the right cut meets the right color, that's when your style becomes truly complete.